Thank you, Father Damien. Greatly appreciate it. As you can tell, the 1998 team led the school and still sets the school record in the amount of detentions. I'm not sure if that record is ever going to be beaten, but I'm very, very proud of all their accomplishments along those lines. To all the teachers here at DeMatha, I apologize. I feel deeply sorry that you had to put up with these guys for so many years, but you did a great job, and that's what DeMatha is all about, building men for others. So thank you. First off, I want to say congratulations to Elijah Brooks and the 2015 varsity football team. Elijah, what a great year you're having. So proud of all your accomplishments and everything you're doing. It's absolutely fantastic. The WCAC playoffs start this week, and I know, without a doubt, DeMatha is going to bring that championship back home again. So Elijah, congratulations. Next, I would like to congratulate all the inductees into the DeMatha Hall of Fame. What a great honor. Absolutely fantastic. An honor so well deserved. And I'm sure you and your families are just so proud of each and every one of you. So congratulations to all the inductees. What a fantastic evening. You know, as I sat and thought about what do I say about the 1998 football team, the same words kept on coming over and over again. The 1998 football team was a real ball team. And there's nothing like playing on a ball team or coaching a ball team. If you don't believe me, just ask Clark Nestor, or ask Ricky McPherson, or ask David Kane, or ask Kevin Looney, or ask Dino, or Dennis Golden. There's nothing like being on a ball team. You know, these guys right now, after playing years and years and years ago, can tell you chapter and verse of everything that happened during that season. And those seasons are just so memorable and so special to each and every one. You know, what is a ball team? A ball team is made up of a group of individuals who are coming together for a common good of a team. A group of egos where they park at the door, where they check in all the me's and all the selfies and all the Instagram pictures of themselves and things like that, because they really deeply care about the team. And that's what the 1998 ball team was. It was a team. You know, what makes up a ball team? It's a group of guys that are hardworking, dedicated, selfless, guys who overcome adversity. They're committed, they're loyal, they're trusting, and they love one another. That's what the 98 ball team was. It was made up of absolutely fantastic young men. For the season, the statistics are absolutely staggering. I think we scored 497 points. Gave up 81. We had 5 shutouts. In 8 of the 12 games, no one scored in the first half. Okay, we gave up a total of 28 first half points and went on to score 336 in the first half. We played 48 quarters of football and we led in 47-48. The only time we trailed was the first quarter of the Good Counsel game, where we trailed 7-6 and went on to win 40-7. Great teams are measured by championships. In the playoff and the championship game, we scored 111 points and gave up 13. This team finished 12-0, number 1 ranked team in the Washington Post, number 1 ranked team in the state of Maryland, number 13 in the USA Today, and we're on the back of the Cheerio box that appeared in 13 states. But as a coach, wins and losses are very important. But what is most important is what kind of men has the 98 football team become? Are they good sons to their mothers? Are they good grandsons to their grandparents? Are they good husbands to their wives? Are they good fathers to their children? And like we've learned so much from the DeMatha, service to others. Like the Bible says, to whom much was given, much is required. You know, what have they done, okay, to give back to the others less fortunate than us? What kind of community service have they done? Well, I can honestly tell you this, and I can look you proudly in the eye and say the 1998 football team knocks it out of the park in terms of the kind of men they have become. The 1998 football team, we always talk about class and character. It's your class that gets you to the top, but it's your character that keeps you at the top. And these guys ooze that DeMatha class and that DeMatha character. So to you, I say congratulations. So, the 1998 football season is long gone, but the memory of the 1998 football team will live on forever in the minds and hearts of all of us associated with that outstanding ball club. I want to thank the 1998 football team for allowing me to have been their head coach and play such a small part in their great success. Now I'd like to bring the guys up and introduce our 1998 football team. First off, we always had a religious component, as you know, at DeMatha. And it started way back in 1982 with Father James, when I first became the head coach. And we would always say a mass over the monastery before the league started, then before the playoff games. And it started with Father James, and the tradition was continued with Father Damien. And I know if any of you have ever heard of Father Damien homily, you can put the helmet on right now, run out the door, and knock somebody right in the nose. So, Father Damien, thank you. Next was my head coach, okay, and he was absolutely fantastic. I don't know if you know this, but every Monday morning after games, I have to go in and report to him. Okay, I know immediately you guys would think it was Brenda, but it's not Brenda. Okay. I would have to go and report to him, and he'd say, "Why didn't you throw it to the tight end?" Okay, he's always open. So, "John, I owe you about 50 passes." Then he would say, "When are you going to run the fake punt?" So, Patrick Wolf King, I'm sorry we never ran the fake punt, but someday we will. That's John Moylan. So, John, our kicking punter coach, thank you. Next is our defensive line coach, and as I call your name, you're going to bring everybody up, please. Yeah, you have to come forward. All the coaches come forward, please. Okay, next is our defensive line coach, the finest defensive line coach in America, a DeMatha grad, played at Villanova All-American. That's Clark Mester. Next is the finest defensive end coach that anybody could ever ask for. He was Mr. Rah-Rah, got him all brought up. He's the head football coach right now at the Catholic Memorial. They're having a great season, and I just can't thank him enough for everything he's done. That's Dennis Golden. Next is our running back coach. Coached them all from Ryan Westbrook, Kenny Dancer to player after player. And DeMatha is known for running the football, and he's just developed some of the greatest running backs in the history of the game. That's Mr. Ed King. Ed's now the athletic director of DeMatha. Next is our big offensive line coach, and boy, is he an offensive line coach. Absolute guru. There's nobody better. And just a tremendous motivator. And we would spend every Wednesday night till about midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning looking at the opponent's film, double checking everything. And that's Big John McGrory. Johnny. Next is the mother of DeMatha football. And I think anybody who's played at DeMatha and has known Wendy knows she's the absolute superstar of DeMatha. Yes. And nobody's better. That's Miss Wendy Gorg. And I would be remiss if I did not mention Buck. No one in the world is better than Buck Offit. Buck taught me so much about life, about coaching, and about being a man. And I think we all feel that way about Buck and the tremendous legacy that he's left here at DeMatha. So Buck, I know you're in a much better place. We love you, and we're thinking about you, and we're honoring you tonight. Thank you. Next is our JV football coach. He did a great job with the JVs, and our transportation director, and just always count on Steve to get us where he had to be, and that's Steve Mims. Now I would like to introduce our juniors who are on that team, and boy, did we have a great junior class. Great leadership, great hustle, great enthusiasm. I'm going to start with, I'm going to do this in alphabetical order. Okay, whoever typed this did not put them on the list. Okay, I'm blaming that on Coach Ponton. Well, I always tell the story about Tom's batting average at DeMatha, one of the greatest hitters in the history of DeMatha. He hit 400. 100 as a freshman, 100 as a sophomore, 100 as a junior, 100 as a senior. Next, I'm sorry, Dina. The greatest defensive coordinator that anybody could ask for is still here. The greatest defensive coordinator in America. Two people with a great team, so he isn't so badly. Former shell of himself. It's Dina. Dina, I apologize. With the players, if anybody's not on the list, it's totally Mr. Ponton's fault. Okay, I did not type it, so I hope we have everybody. First off, the football team linebacker, and just a great one. Our starting Mike linebacker had a great career here. Went on to Virginia Tech, Mikkel McKee. Next, our starting outside linebacker, and boy, was he a good one. So he would come off the edge and just knock those quarterbacks into never land. Just a tremendous leader and just a tremendous football player. Had a big interception in the championship game. That's Jimmy Blackwell. Next, another junior linebacker. Just a tremendous football player, hard-nosed, tough. He's a Prince George's County police officer now, and just a tremendous man, Marcus Elbert. Next, one of the greatest defensive linemen we ever had, just hard-nosed, tough, would run to the football. They play after play, was a great run stopper, Matt Gardner. Next, another linebacker. We were linebacker U. Another linebacker who just had a great career here. Went on to Yale, played great football there. Tremendous businessman today, and just a former coach. Coached with me for a number of years. Marco Hardy. At DeMatha, we were noted for our quarterbacks, and boy, did we have some great ones. Our junior quarterback who went on to start their '99 season, the big left-hander, always kept everybody laughing and had a big smile on his face. Brian Jones. Next, defensive end, and again, when he would come off the edge, nobody was running that side, never had to worry about that. Went on again, had a great career at Virginia Tech, made play after play for us, and just an outstanding person, outstanding football player. Today he's an attorney, Jason Wallace. You know me, I want to run the football, so in order to run the football, you got to have big linemen. I mean, that's a must. And this young man, he's like maybe 50 pounds, 60 pounds lighter than he was. He looks great. FBI person right now, and just a tremendous offensive lineman. Went on to the University of Alabama, started down there, won numerous awards as the offensive lineman of the year, and that's Danny Martz. Next, wide receiver, defensive back. He can catch as well as anybody we've ever had. Make play after play. Just a tremendous wide receiver and just absolutely fantastic. Had a great career. Went to James Madison. Jay Page. And every great football team has great student assistants. And boy, do we have a great one. He was there. He was Wendy's right-hand man. You know how it is at DeMatha. We have to transport everything back and forth, and he was always on top of getting everything back and forth, and just did a great job. And that's Kevin Robbs. Now I want you to notice the size of the next couple guys, all right? Next, another defensive lineman, just a tremendous player, run stopper, hard-nosed, tough. I mean, nobody could run the ball against this, as you can see. And just a tremendous person, Jonathan Betts. Next, another offensive lineman, defensive lineman. Yeah, I love size. He's only about 6'5", 6'6", weighs only. He's down a little bit now. He used to be about 350 in the old days. But I loved it, and no one was better, as tough and as hard-nosed you're ever going to find. Sterling Burke. Next, our tight end, H-back. When we would go power, power meant for us back in the old days, we would go 2 tight ends, we'd line up at 2 tights, and you could always count on him. He would always make play after play, block after block, as hard-nosed as anybody you ever find, and it's Johnny Coe. Next, one of Ed King's running backs, rushed for over 2,000 yards his senior year, went on to the University of Richmond, had a great career at Richmond. You could always count on him to pick up that key first down and just do whatever he had to do on the ground. That's Kenny Dancer. Next is another fullback. He also played defensive line. Again, just hard-nosed. If you look at him right now, I think he could put on a uniform tonight and play tomorrow. It'd be a big part of lives of practice. But he's in great shape and just another outstanding football player, and it's Pete DeMatha. Next is the young man who played a little bit of combination, a number of different spots for us. Played offensive line, guard, tackle, and also played tight end. We could always count on him, and he was always there when we needed him. Another great run blocker. I think my team keeps on going. We love to run the football. Another great run blocker and just did a great job. That's James Edgerton. Next young man who played wide receiver for us and just did a great job as a wide-out defensive back. Somebody you could always count on. Somebody to always make plays. He had speed to burn and just a great person, a great athlete, and that's Craig Gaskins. Next, one of our big offensive linemen, went on to Notre Dame, had a great career at Notre Dame. He was a Parade Magazine All-American, all-everything for us. Actually came from York, Pennsylvania, all the way down to DeMatha. His dad and mom bought a condo over in Bowie. It's called Great Recruiting. And that's Ryan Gillis. Next is a defensive back. As a defensive back, he had 11 interceptions, and that's unheard of. 11 interceptions by one person. Went on to Villanova, had a great career at Villanova, and just a tremendous student athlete, a great person, and just one of the greatest defensive backs I've ever coached. That's Todd Hamilton. Next, I think he graduated from DeMatha at 16. And we used to call him Baby Hayes. Baby Hayes played offensive line, played defensive line, you name it, anywhere in the line we would put him. He graduated, like I said, at DeMatha at 16, went on to Rhode Island, was all conference up there, just had a tremendous career. And if you look at Mark Hayes right now, he's no longer Baby Hayes. That's big Mark. Next was our fullback, and obviously we run the football, and you have to have a great fullback. And he didn't have a choice about that because his dad was a fullback. His dad coached here and was the offensive running back coach. But no one was tougher than Eddie. You could always count on him to make the key blocks and do the little things and the dirty work that a fullback does. And that's Eddie King. As you know, we were quarterback U. We had great quarterbacks, and our quarterback, one of the quarterbacks in our 98 football season was just an absolute great one. He threw 25 touchdown passes, no interceptions. Does the play-by-play of the University of Maryland games today. Went on University of Maryland, won several awards at bowl games, and just a tremendous quarterback, and that's Scotty McBride. Next, another linebacker, and just a tremendous guy, great football player. Came back, has coached with us a little bit, and just did a great job. Great run stopper, as hard-nosed, as tough a guy as you ever find, and yet he was a rock star in the classroom. I think he graduated from DeMatha with over a 4.0 grade point average. That's Alex Myers. Next, running back. You have to have great running backs, and we had two of the best. You could always count on Darius to come in and give Kenny a break and get his 8 to 12 carries a game, and just did a great job. A breakaway back. He made so many key big runs. That's Darius Ross. Next, he's probably the smallest lineman that I think I've ever coached out there in El Divine. Our quick guards were noted for being little guys, but boy could they pull and boy would they go after you. In the championship game against Gonzaga, they had an All-American linebacker that he personally put out of the game. The All-American linebacker went on to Boston College, and his brother came to DeMatha. Not bad. And that's Greg Solomon. Next, another quarterback and just an outstanding football player. Did a great job for us here at DeMatha. Went on to Catholic University. Holds umpteen records at Catholic with their quarterback play, and just a tremendous leader, tremendous person. Involved heavily right now in the community up in Harrisburg. And it's my stepson Billy Sutton. You always got to have great linebackers, right? And the next guy's a great one. He's big, he's strong, he's fast, he's tough. He would cover kickoff after kickoff and never had to worry about anybody running anything back, because he'd go down and make a stop. And back here coaching now at DeMatha, just a great young man. That's William Weathers. Next is another defensive end. Now, I used to have gray hair, okay? So what I did, I went to Grecian Farmers, I got rid of the gray hair, okay? So now I'm going bald, and I think he caused me to go bald more than anybody else ever coached, and that's Mark Belmonte. Next is our center. Just a great offensive lineman, hard-nosed, tough, nobody's better. Just did it day after day, and you could always count on him. Snap counts were perfect, snaps were perfect. Just a great football player. It's Nick Weaver. Next, another outside linebacker. Again, kick cover, special team guru. He'd come off the edge, he and William, and just go after people. Hard-nosed, tough. Today he's a model. He's done shows on HBO and things along those lines. Just off to a great career. It's just a tremendous football player. That's Zach Gorg. Next is an offensive guard. You can count on him. He'd block after block, play after play. As tough and as hard-nosed an offensive lineman, defensive lineman that you ever find. Just a great football player, great human being, Rashad James. Okay, next is our kicker, punter. Just an all-American kicker, all-American punter. You could always count on him making the big kicks. In one of the championship games, I think he had a 78-yard punt. His punting coach is the greatest punting, kicking coach in America. That was Mr. Moreland, so he had no choice. Just a great human being, great kicker, Patrick Wolf King. Now, I just want to double check. There's two more young men we have to honor tonight. First off, is there anybody that I missed? We're good? Okay. Sadly to say, and my heart is very heavy, and just it was a really difficult ordeal to go through with both these young men. First off is Anthony Miller. Anthony played for us here at DeMatha, was a defensive back, wide receiver, went on to West Point. And while he was at West Point, contacted some type of very deadly viral disease and passed. In the Army-Navy game, in back-to-back seasons, he scored touchdowns, which is the epitome of the academy. Anthony is not with us here physically, but he is with us in spirit, and we love him, and he'll always be a very, very fond part of our team. His brother, Mike, he's going to come up. Mike Miller is going to come up and accept the award for Anthony. Last but not least, again, the heart and soul of our team. I mean, I would always come up to practice in the beginning of the season. The first day of practice would always be the last one to come. And one of the reasons I was always the last one to come is because I dreaded the start of the season. You gave up the summer, and all of a sudden now it's football, and for the next 120 days or however long it lasts, that's all I would do, and that's all I knew how to do. And I came up beginning of the 1998 football season, and all over the old weight room, I think it's the music building right now, were posters. And on these posters, or flyers, were the quotes and what happened to us the year before. The year before, John's senior year, we got beat by Gonzaga 14-7, and they ran their mouths, and they were chirping. And we came in, and Brendan put everything up all over the school. And it was a reminder to us each day that we had a common goal. We had to become a ball team, and we had to work towards that goal. And nothing would ever faze him. One of the finest defensive backs, one of the finest wide receivers, one of the finest competitors, one of the finest young men that I ever coached. And that's Brendan Looney. And I'm going to have his father, Kevin, come up and accept that award. Again, I want to say thank you. What a great honor it was to be their coach. As you can take a look at them, all I had to do is put the guys on the field, and they got it all done. So congratulations to the 1998 football team.